Way back in the ages of men, or some shit, there was this dude named Sauron, who liked to make faggoty trinkets and hand them out to his buddies. His buddies, who evidently were also queer, took these trinkets and became great lords of men, dwarves, and elves for some reason. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was forged, which was not in fact queer. A ring which was meant to bind all the other rings to it. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, what, was he gonna make some sort of Nancy chainmail out of them? Anyways, the 9 rings of men corrupted them after, like, a half hour. That's Humies for you. The dwarves fell about a week after that. Or at least it looked that way, since they had to maintain the pretense of being macho. I bet they turned just as fast as the humans and just talked about gold and axes and sports cars as a front. The elves were never really corrupted by their queer rings for reasons that aren't really that hard to guess. Anyways, after everybody turned Nancy, they got pissed at Sauron, who had long since started mocking them because he had the only cool ring. They formed an alliance and marched upon the black gates of Mordor, fighting a legion of orcs along the way. Speaking of which, you ever notice how there aren't any orc women? No wonder they hate everybody. Mordor's gotta be like one great big prison shower. But I digress. During the battle, Isildur, the son of the king, watched as his daddy got his ass served by Sauron. And this didn't make him happy, so he took up his father's sword and attacked Sauron. The surprising thing about this was that Isildur did not, in fact, get eaten. Instead, he cut the ring from Sauron's hand, which apparently put Sauron into so much of a personal tizzy that he exploded. I've heard of that happening to Zerigians, but this is the first time I've seen a Dark Lord of Orcs and Men do it. Anyways, Isildur thought the ring was pretty rockin', so he took it. But the ring betrayed Isildur to his death. Or so they say. Personally, I think the arrows in his fucking back had something to do with it. Then the ring fell into a river and everybody pretended it was lost. Then some slithery gimp named Gollum or Smeagol or Mary Kate Olsen or some shit grabbed the ring after he killed his brother. They made it look like he was overcome by the ring's evil power. But seriously, Smeagol's brother had been hiding stuff from him for years. He had it coming. Anyway, Mary Kate Smeagol took the ring and went to beat off in some cave for like 1,000 years. Then Bilbo Baggins showed up and ruined it. I don't know what it is about having a 40-year-old hobbit stumble into a 10th century masturbathon that just ruins the mood. Anyway, the filthy thieving hobbit stole the ring and ran off. Now, for reasons I don't care to explain, we're going to segue to the Shire a long frickin' time later.
The road winds ever on and on, back towards the river where it began.
You're late.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yeah, I bet you used that line in bed, too.
I beg your pardon?
Never mind. So anyways, it's good to see you, Gandalf.
You didn't think I'd miss your Uncle Bilbo's birthday? I heard it is to be a celebration of special magnificence.
He's got the whole Shire in an uproar. Of course, that may have more to do with that suspicious drink he's been giving to the children.
Ah, yes. Uncle Bilbo's just-between-us juice.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm eager to hear your stories of the outside world. The Shire is about as compelling as a 9-hour colonoscopy video. Meaning, if it interests you that much, there's something wrong with you. So tell me everything.
Oh, what can I say? The world goes on, filled with its own comings and goings. Except that everybody's turned horribly evil over the last year or so, and hobbit meat is sold on the open market.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, nothing. And speaking of Bilbo, what's he been up to?
He's been poring over his books, as usual. He thinks I can't see him, but he leaves the window wide open. And it's not hard to notice that his pants are around his ankles.
Meanwhile, in Bag End, we find Bilbo poring over one of his books, actually writing this time instead of jerking off. Concerning hobbits. hobbits are untrustworthy, greasy little mongrels. Their only redeeming values are the fact that they're small, vulnerable, and are almost passable weed farmers. I'd execute every last one of the hairy-toed little fuck-ups, if not for the fact that for the duration of this movie, I am one. The end. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, thank God. For a second I couldn't find my balls. Go the fuck away! We don't want any more well-wishers, traveling salesmen, missionaries, or greased-up circus midgets with weird moles on their genitals.
And what about very old friends?
You can't trick me, Gandalf. I know you've got a mole on your pecker.
And just how would you know that?
Come on, I wasn't born yesterday. These secret wizard societies always have some creepy way of choosing their apprentices. It's always something about a star-shaped birthmark or a mole on your wing or being born with an oak tree growing out of your ass.
I'm not going to indulge that with a response.
Whatever. Come on in. You want some tea, cheese, eggs, a hooker?
Just tea, thank you.
Sure. I've got some uncut Brazilian in the kitchen.
Just tea, thank you.
Oh, fine.
So you intend to go through with your plans?
Yes, everything's in order.
Frodo suspects something.
Of course he does. I mean, it's not every morning you wake up in a ditch with a splitting headache and only one kidney.
I mean about your plans to leave the Shire.
Oh, that.
He's very fond of you, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't swing that way. I'm probably the only one in the whole Shire. Not that I'm surprised. These hobbit chicks are like somebody stapled an elephant scrotum on a neck. They wonder why I'm not married at my age. Anyway, yeah, Frodo. He'd probably go with me if I asked him. Which, of course, is why I'm not going to. Later on at the party, Bilbo gets up to give his birthday speech. My fellow short-ass, shit-faced hobbit assholes. Today is my 111th birthday. 71 years is not nearly enough time to have been spent imprisoned in this ocean of hobbit putrescence. However, I regret to inform you that this is the end. I'm going now. I bid you all a very sarcastic farewell. Goodbye. Later at Bag End.
I suppose you think that was terribly clever.
It was just a bit of fun.
I'm referring to all the people you groped on the way out.
Oh, that. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
There are many magic rings in this world, Bilbo Baggins, and none of them should be used lightly.
You're just mad 'cause you didn't get to.
Bilbo Baggins!
Do not take me for some turner of cheap tricks. Wow. For a second there you reminded me of my mom.
I'm not going to ask.
Anyway, I guess it's Frodo's turn. Although now that the whole groping thing has occurred to me...
Leave the fucking ring here, or I will shove my staff so far up your ass you'll be sneezing splinters.
All right. An indeterminate time later.
He's gone, hasn't he? He always talked about leaving, but I always figured he was wanted in too many other counties.
He's gone to stay with the elves.
Seriously? Their sex offender list must have a seriously short statute of limitations.
He's left you Bag End, along with all of his possessions.
Hey, cool! Is that the ring that lets you grope people?
Yes. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Are you kidding? Do you have any idea how much illicit tail I can score with this thing?
Don't make me torture you to death.
Jesus, you have just been on one today. I don't get it.
Neither do I. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Then Gandalf spent some time researching the ring and then had himself an anxiety attack and barged into Bag End again.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
It's gone, Gandalf. They found it growing in the backyard. They confiscated all of it. I've got 3 more months of community service before...
No, confound it all! The ring! It's the ring secret!
Oh, that. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, yeah, that's great. Just go ahead and huck that in the fire. Yeah, nice.
Hold out your hand, Frodo. It's quite cool. Now, what do you see?
I see a crazy old faggot who's hucking my stuff in the fireplace.
On the ring! What do you see on the ring?
There's writing. It's elven writing. Except they spelled barnyard wrong.
That's because it's not elven. The language is that of Mordor, which I will not utter here. In the common tongue it says, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
Bind all of the rings together? What, is he making some sort of queer chainmail?
This is the 1 ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron in the fires of Mount Doom.
Awesome! This thing is even cooler than I thought!
Frodo, this ring contains unfathomable evil.
So, what, you're saying you want it?
Do not tempt me, Frodo. I dare not take it, not even to keep it safe.
I wasn't really offering.
The ring has awoken, Frodo. Sauron is coming for it. You must head for the village of Bree. I will meet you at the Inn of the Prancing Pony.
Sounds like the kind of place you'd hang out at. What are you gonna do?
I must see the head of my order. He is both wise and powerful. Trust me, Frodo. He'll know what to do. You'll need to leave the name of Baggins behind you. That name is not safe outside the Shire.
Yeah, I was gonna change aliases anyway. Incidentally, you may want to check on the fat ass hiding outside in my bushes.
Confound it all, Samwise Gamgee! Have you been eavesdropping?
Oh, I'm dropping no eaves, sir, honest. Please, Mr. Gandalf, don't hurt me. Don't turn me into anything overtly phallic.
Oh, leave me out of your depraved fantasies, Samwise.
Well, so long as you're here and a retard, you can carry my shit. Let's go.
An indeterminate time later at the Tower of Saruman. The hour grows late, and Gandalf the Grey rides to Isengard, seeking my counsel.
Saruman, you know that really evil ring that we thought was going to destroy the world, then pretty much just went away?
Yes.
A hobbit has it now.
Fuck.
Yes. All these long years it was in the Shire, under my very nose.
Yet you did not have the wits to see it. Apparently the ring is not the only hobbit thing you've been placing under your nose.
Shut up, I can quit whenever I want. Anyways, we still have time. Time enough to counter Sauron if we act quickly.
Or we could just be utter fucking pussies and cave into him right now.
What? Would never consider such a thing.
In that case, I have some bad news.
Fuck.
Right around then, at the gates of Bree.
Hobbits? 4 hobbits? What business brings you to Bree?
Open the door and go fuck yourself. In that order.
All right, young sir, I meant no offense. It's my job to ask questions after nightfall.
Less talking and more fucking yourself. God, you humans are worse than the hobbits. Now where's this Nancy Pony or whatever? Ah, there it is.
Oh, good evening, little masters. If you be seeking accommodations...
Shut up. We're friends of Gandalf the Grey. Go get him.
Gandalf? Gandalf. Oh, yes, older fellow, long grey beard, pointy hat. I've not seen him for 6 months.
Great. On an unrelated note, who's that jizz-mop in the corner?
He's one of them rangers. What his right name is I never heard, but around here, he's known as Strider.
So, what you're saying is he's a D&D nerd. Let's go kick his ass.
You draw far too much attention to yourself, Mr. Under.
Who? Ow! Hey!
Let him go, or I'll tell you dirty stories about my 62-year-old mother!
Don't fuck with him, man. He'll do it.
You have a stout heart, little hobbit. That won't save you. You can no longer wait for the wizard, Frodo. They're coming.
Quick! Everybody roll your saving throw against making a coming joke!
Made it! For God's sakes, just follow me and do what I say. How do we know this Strider's a friend of Gandalf's?
You mean besides the fact that he reeks of hobbit weed and we already know Gandalf goes for the hairy types?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the reason we're following him is because he's got a sword the size of my fucking house.
That's a good reason. Where's he taking us? To Rivendell, Master Gamgee. To the House of Elrond. You hear that, Mr. Frodo? We're going to see the elves. Wow, it's just like the dreams I've been having. Except that I'm not wearing a rubber mask. For the love of Numenor, why me?
Later at Weathertop.
Hey, you guys, what part of we're hiding from a squadron of nightmarish undead made you think it'd be a good idea to build a fucking bonfire?
We made some bacon.
And that's going to console us when we're being stabbed in the balls with mortal blades. How?
Bacon solves everything. Hi. Oh, curse my lack of foresight! But more than that, curse the Morgul blade fragments tearing through my most sensitive places, because they suck!
Well, while I'm pretty sure I'm about to be gutted and worn as a skirt, my one consolation is that I get to watch you three dumb fuckers die first.
What are we going to do, Frodo?
I just told you my plan. Hey, wait a second. What the fuck am I doing? I've got a ring that makes me invisible. So long, peons! Hi, guys. Nice shadow realm you got here. Thanks. I love you too, Cutface.
Look up, Frodo! Wait, look, it's Strider! Hey guys, which part of we're hiding from a squadron of nightmarish undead didn't you understand? Shut up! You're a jerk! Well, things have gotten complicated now that our ring bearer has been stabbed through the cappuccino machine. What's going to happen? He's going to pass into the shadow world. You don't mean the demi-elemental plane of unconsensual intercourse between males?
I'm not going back there. I can't. Demon Lord Friendly knows my face.
No, just the usual shadow world, the one with wraiths and eternal unlife in the service of the Dark Lord.
Oh, and I guess that's bad?
Sam, do you know the Athelas plant? Athelas? Kingsfoil. Kingsfoil? This is no time to be getting high! It may help to slow the poison. Oh!
Yeah, and bring back some whiskey, too!
That hobbit doesn't evoke the greatest confidence. Merry, Pippin, watch Frodo. I'm going to look for myself. Damn it, why is it the only thing that grows in this town is hobbit weed?
What's this? A ranger caught off his guard?
Hubba fucking hubba. Who's the pointy-eared rack holder?
Shut up! Help me put this into the wound.
Now that's a fetish I haven't heard of. Ow! That wasn't very sexy at all. Oh, yeah. That's the Kingsfoil.
He's fading fast. We need to get him to my father.
I will take him.
I'm the faster rider.
What are you talking about? I'm a ranger.
Yes, but I don't have 400 pounds of man junk.
Wow. I'm flattered.
Not that! I mean your swords, your knives, steel boots, your belts, your chains, your leather...
Hey! Look, unlike you elves, we can't have everything we wear be sheer, alright? I mean, can you imagine if Gimli dressed like that? He'd have a silk dress thing that goes all the way down to the floor, only there'd be hair poking out. It'd be horrible!
My point still stands.
Fine. But if he gropes you, I'm not being held responsible.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes he's only pretending to be stricken by the powers of shadow so we can cop a feel.
I'll be careful.
So anyway, Arwen rode through the woods with the Nazgul chasing her like she was the last hot chick left in Middle-earth. Then she crossed the river and they stopped, and I have no idea why.
Give up the halfling she-elf.
If you want him, come and claim him.
Your proposal is acceptable.
Retards.
I don't want to go to school, Mommy. The teacher touches me in ways that deeply confuse me.
No, Frodo, don't give in. Hey, who told you you could touch me there? I need an adult.
Now I can pass out happy.
An undisclosed period of time later.
Good morning.
Let's see. Head pounding, waking up in a strange strange bed with strange men smiling at me? Yep, this is normal. So where the fuck were you, Mr. Meet Me at the Silken Donkey or whatever?
I am sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
Ah, relationship problems, huh?
Yes, well, I'd rather not talk about it.
So whose bed is this? I want to know if I need to get a blood test.
You're in Rivendell, in the House of Elrond. Welcome to Rivendell, Frodo Baggins.
Hey, it's the guy from the Matrix movies. Only it's the wrong one.
I had a most heinous experience attempting to heal you. The blades of Morgul are an infection most foul.
Thanks, Ted.
Mr. Frodo, you're awake! Sam has hardly left your side.
Yeah, well, I was worried, Mr. Frodo. I wasn't touching you or nothing.
Another undisclosed period of time later.
That wound will never fully heal. He will carry it for the rest of his days. Yet to have come so far, still bearing the ring, shows he is a most excellent ring-bearer. It is a burden he should never have had to bear. We can ask no more of Frodo. Gandalf, the dark army of Sauron is amassing, and he is most unhappy with our theft of his bling. And now Saruman's being a dick, most non-triumphant. His treachery runs deeper than you know. Through foul sorceries, he is breeding orcs with goblin men. He is building an army in the hollows of Isengard. Breeding orcs and goblins? I thought there weren't any females of the orc or goblin persuasion. Let's just say it is not a process I want to witness ever again. That is most disgusting, my friend. As excellently skilled as our elvenly warriors may be, we cannot fight both Mordor and Isengard. Not only that, but I hear Germany's coming after the ring too.
So Elrond decided to hold a council and invited all of his old fraternity buddies from every corner of the world along with some other jackasses which he pretty much picked at random.
Strangers from distant lands, friends of old, and, of course, most excellent elven babes. We are here to discuss the threat of Mordor. Middle-earth stands upon the brink of a most heinous butt-stomping. Each race is bound to this fate, this one doom. Bring forth the ring, Frodo.
Nonsense! Give the ring to Zim!
Boromir! You cannot wear it. None of us can. And your name isn't Zim.
Vort larvae play with devices of greater unfathomable evil than this! I would not expect a filthy ranger to understand!
He is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You owe him your allegiance.
This is my tallest! Gondor has no tallest! Gondor needs no tallest!
You now have but one choice. The ring must be destroyed.
Then what are we waiting for? Halt!
Oh dear. The ring cannot be destroyed, Gimli, son of Glóin, by any craft that we here possess.
I have yet to see the ring that can live through a dwarf's intestine. Oh my. Oh, you have a bathroom. Oh, no time, gotta go in the elf.
Hey, what the Oh, by Numenor, that is disgusting.
What's the matter, laddie? Jealous?
Is it too late for me to go to the Shadow World?
Never before has such a foul loaf been pinched off here in Imladris.
My apologies, Lord Elrond. Somebody get a fire hose.
The only bowels with the heat and fortitude to destroy the ring are the bowels of Mount Doom. Only there can the ring be truly ditched. But as I have an upcoming shift at Pretzels and Cheese, one of you must do this.
If I take it, will you guys stay here?
Of course not. I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins.
That's not the answer I wanted.
If by my life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
Wait, okay. We've established that you'll die for me and whatever, but what if, I've been tied up by a bunch of trolls, and the only way they'll let me go is if one of you agrees to perform oral sex on them or something?
Jesus Christ!
Does this, happen to you a lot?
Well, I'm just saying, what if?
Why are we trusting him with the ring again?
Because he's not a piece of shit elf, that's why.
That's racist.
That's reality. That's why I took a dump in your lap. I thought it might remind you of your mother.
That's it. Aragorn, hold him down.
I heard the magic words!
Sam?
You can't start without me!
Indeed, it seems impossible to separate the two of you, which I am far too discreet to comment on. Wait! We're coming too!
Ah, crap. Everybody roll another saving throw.
Besides, you need people of intelligence on this sort of mission, quest, thing.
Come on. We're supposed to walk somewhere and then throw something in a giant hole. How hard can it be?
Wait a moment. I think I just heard Sauron laughing.
Well, my fellow squishies, clearly Gondor should have a representative in this matter. I will go as well, to ensure the mission success, of course! And if, through some totally unexpected circumstance, I were to, for example, stab Frodo in the throat and steal the ring, my deposit should cover it.
What deposit, Boromir?
Silence!
9 companions. A most excellent fellowship. You shall be the fellowship of Frodo not getting killed right away.
Well, I guess that's better than nothing. Can we bring that hot she-elf with us too?
Restraining order.
Oh yeah. Seems like every universe I go to has those.
What?
Nothing. So where is this Mordor place? Isn't it somewhere in Rochester?
Not quite.
Okay, then how are we gonna get there?
You see that gigantic sheer-cliffed mountain covered in snow?
Yes.
I was thinking we'd walk over that.
Alright.
Some days later, the Fellowship finds itself fighting its way up the Caradhras mountain, basically freezing their nuts off in the process.
It's colder than an elven cunt up here! I keep saying this would suck a lot less if we took the mines of Moria. It really wouldn't, Gimli. Trust me on this.
Wait, listen. There's a foul voice on the wind.
Caradhras! Hear me! Screw them over! Stick it in their pooper!
It's Saruman!
Even the stupidest human filth can tell that this plan is stupid! Let's go where it's not so cold!
Let the ring-bearer decide.
It sucks here. Gimli says there's beer at the other place. So why did we come here to begin with?
We are so screwed.
Some more days later, the Fellowship finds itself standing in front of the mines of Moria.
So what are we waiting for again?
That pointy-haired fool doesn't know how to get the door open! He just keeps throwing words at it! Grr! Break the command code on that door! Yay! Hello, Master Door! What's your command code? Oh God, it's impossible!
Fuck this. If there's one thing I've learned from the Maggottonians, it's if you can't go through the door, go through the wall. Step aside, peons.
Wow. The door's still there. There's just nothing holding it up anymore.
Damn right. This is why I'm the ring bearer, and you guys are just pissant groupies. Now let's get in there.
Hey, not that I mind, but is there a reason that the room is filled with dwarf skulls?
You fools! You've stepped into a killing field! Goblins! Millions if not billions of goblins doubtless fester in just the next room! Retreat!
I'd love to, but judging by the giant kraken that's outside eating Sam, I'd think that might not be a sound tactical decision.
Save me, Mr. Frodo!
You know, I really don't want to.
Hold on, Sam!
Oh yeah, shoot little arrows at it. That'll totally mess it up.
Have you got a better idea?
Yes. Let it eat Sam while the rest of us run the hell away.
And what of the legendary dwarven courage?
It loses to the legendary dwarven common sense. Oh, there. See? It's eating him. Can we go now?
Sam!
No, really, leave him. He would have wanted it this way.
Wow, look at that. Aragorn's really going to town. I feel like I'm gaining levels just watching him.
That's right, motherfucker! You like that? You like that? Huh? Oh, shit! Shit!
And now it's eating Aragorn. Why are we still fighting this thing?
I tire of this. Gimli, do you still have any of that aftershave that you use?
Yes.
Give it to me.
Finally decided you want to smell like a real man, eh? Be my guest.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, just shoot that right into the thing's mouth. Yeah, I didn't really want that.
There, they're both free now. Can we go?
I'm choosing not to reflect on the fact that my deodorant induces violent vomiting in sea creatures. We now have but one choice. We must face the long dark of Moria.
That's not true. We could stay in here and masturbate furiously until we all pass out.
Don't argue with me.
3 days later...
Here lies Balin, son of Hundin, lord of Moria. It's as I feared. He overdosed. Again. No! Balin! I was still hoping he would set me up with his sister.
Hey, does anybody mind if I kick on my stereo?
Fool of a took! Orcs!
No, really, you think?
They have a cave troll! Yay! We're gonna get butt-fucked!
Let them come! There's one dwarf left in Moria who still draws breath. My God, Gimli, even for a dwarf you're retarded. We have to get out of here. Fuck that! Somebody turn on the boss music and let's rock and roll!
What are we going to do, Mr. Frodo?
Well, the way I see it, it's like Maggott says. When in doubt, use orbital bombardment.
Wow. You're full of surprises, Mr. Baggins.
A Maggottonian battle cruiser? Where the fuck did you pull that out of?
Actually, I think he brought it. Maggott, you weren't supposed to be here until the Balrog scene.
I got bored. But wait. If you're the Balrog, doesn't that mean you're going to kill us all now? Probably.
Run!
Yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty sure my ship can go faster than you can run.
You cannot pass!
Gandalf, you idiot.
I am a servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arno. Go back to the shadow. The dark fire will not avail you, flame of Udun!
That's okay. I was just going to use a quasi-protonic disruptor.
I could have told him that was going to happen.
Well, that sucked.
For the first time in my life, I agree with you. Yeah, well, let's go to Lothlorien, where it sucks less then.
Explain the logic behind that statement. That ghetto is crawling with elves.
Would you stop with the elf bashing? We get it. You're an angry dwarf with a small penis. Let it pass.
I could even our heights and our lengths with one swing of this axe, Nancy boy, so watch it.
You think that would be worse than an arrow in the urethra?
Shut the fuck up, you two. God, you're worse than me and Maggott. Let's go to the faggy forest like Aragorn says so I can get some frickin' sleep.
All right, but if even one of those elves touches me...
Stop flattering yourself.
How the hell did you get there?
The dwarf breathed so loudly we could have shot him in the dark.
That's funny. Your mother did some pretty heavy breathing in the dark last night.
You can shoot him, it's all right.
No, it isn't.
You bring great evil here, Frodo of the Shire.
Are you referring to me or the ring?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I could actually pick one.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me touch your boob and I'll leave.
On second thought, shoot him.
Yes! Execute this so-called ring bearer and let Zim lead the fellowship!
Your name isn't Zim, Boromir.
That's okay, we have procedures for this kind of thing.
You're going to buy us all off with gifts of shiny elven daggers and cloaks?
Actually, I was thinking tear gas.
Damn it. Alright, let's get some canoes and go down the stupid river.
An indeterminate amount of time later on a distant shoreline.
We should get moving. A shadow and a threat has been growing in my mind. I can feel it.
So take your pills, Legolas.
Actually, I was referring to about 10 billion Uruk-hai who are about to shove their swords up our collective asses.
Oh. That's kind of nice, actually.
What could possibly be nice about that?
I can turn invisible, and I hate you guys.
No Uruk-hai could possibly defeat the mighty Zim in battle!
See, that's funny, because according to the script, you're the one who gets to die.
What in Gazpork's name are you talking about? Ah, my spine, brain, and internal organs in that approximate order!
That's my cue. See ya, meat shields.
Frodo!
For God's sake, Sam, go the fuck away!
Hurry! Frodo and Sam have reached the eastern shore. Yeah, about that. You mean not to follow them? Well, Frodo did strap depth charges at the bottoms of our boats in case we got that idea. I think he tires of our company. Oh. So, what do we do?
Where did Merry and Pippin get off to?
Ah, crap. What is it? I forgot. Uruk-hai use hobbits as condoms.
Oh. I guess we must have skipped that scene.
I sure as hell would. It shall not end this way. We shall not abandon Merry and Pippin to being buggered to death.
Why not?
Because we want to be in the sequel, you idiot.
Oh! So I guess that means we're wrapping this up. All right, then. Tune into the Maggott Show, or the Lord of the Rings, or whatever shambling hybrid atrocity against God that this happens to be, whenever the sequel comes out. Assuming it does. Personally, I think Maggott is an unreliable little fucker, so I wouldn't hold my breath.
Be careful. He's the one who decides whether I actually get